Hello, welcome to another video. Today's video, as promised, we're going to be visiting Duna. Now then, I have taken the craft from our previous video, the one which we used to get to Eve. And it certainly got to Eve, if you remember. In fact, we got there quite easily. I was demonstrating how simple it is getting to Eve. The wheels didn't survive though. They were, as you can clearly see, the heat shields missed. They protrude out a bit, and it's actually a bit awkward to try and re-jiggle that across. So I'm just going to take the same craft and we're going to try our luck with it on Duna instead. Duna won't have anywhere near the amount of heat and entry. So. The only difference to this craft is I've added these extra burners here. Right there. Now, they're just going to help slow us down as we get to Duna. Because I don't trust using the nuclear engines alone to do that burn. They don't really give you much that sea level thrust. And it could come down to that. Hopefully not though. Hopefully we'll do all the planning. A little bit different this one. Rather than just doing it blindly, which we could still do, it's just can be very time consuming. If you have a look, I've actually done all the hard work of sitting here doing nothing, time warping. So Kerbin is just behind Duna, or behind-ish. I'm just winging this, I guess. I haven't done any maths or anything to work out exactly where they should be in relation. I just honestly looked at that and went, yeah, that should be about right. Let's find out if my judgment was correct. Alright, full throttle, and 3, 2, 1, go! So again, I haven't really changed anything with this craft. Just the extra burner there. So we could still have the same problem with the wheels blowing up on re-entry. Re-entry? Or just entry. It's only re-entry if you leave the place you've come from, surely, by definition. Alright. We'll get a bit of a takeoff coming out here. Enjoy a bit of the view. I'm going to start breaking through a bit of that atmosphere now. Let's try and give ourselves a bit of horizontal velocity at this point. Oh, we're almost toppling over straight away. I do not feel safe. No, I don't like this at all. Are we going to fall completely? Or no, it seems to be just staying there a bit now actually. I'm falling down more. No? No, I'm just leaving it there now. I'm not holding the keyboard or anything. It's doing its own thing. It's quite remarkable. How's our stages going? Man, those stages are complicated. That's why I hate those little extra burner things. Break them off and jettison the solid boosters away. No explosions either when you do it, as you can tell. Oh, that looks a little bit more chaotic. Something going on there? No. Boring. Well, that was unfortunate. In another take of this video, they actually did explode. And with really impressive style, too. That video was abruptly cut short. And... Pow! Now surely we get some explosions here. As is my intentions. Gentle? Gentle? Well, this appears to be one of the most boring takeoffs I've ever done. I apologise, I always promise huge explosions and stuff, but I really gave you none of that then. Absolutely none. Well, we've now exiting the upper atmosphere. Virtually no drag at this point. Definitely no drag now. And we're just going to stay in this position here. Now, I'm pretty sure it's over 3,000 meters per second we'll need to travel to reach escape velocity. And then we're just going to see what happens. We'll just tweak with our speed a bit and see how we take off from Kerbin, see what happens. Again, I haven't planned what direction we're facing. Hopefully we come out reasonably even. And if we don't, then you'll get to learn how to fix that. And fixing your problems is just as good as knowing how to avoid them sometimes. So that's satisfying as well, bring yourself from the brink of destruction and things like that. Oh, we're hitting 3,000 now, so let's just we'll zoom in. And how are we going? Well, we've just reached escape velocity. Oops. Now we'll zoom out again, and we'll see what type of burn is happening from doing this. I don't like the way that's looking. So let's have a suss then. No, that is a terrible way for us to be burning. We've come out the completely wrong direction. Yeah, we're burning that way. We would really like to be burning out this way. That's the way we would have wanted to have shot out the planet to do it the most efficient way. Well, who cares about efficiency when you have copious amounts of fuel on board instead? Now let's leave Kerbin, and we've now entered deep space. We'll move into a prograde position. Yes. Wiggle. I'll see us on. Do that a bit quicker. And we'll zoom out. Oh. Actually see a little Kerbin in that from that view. And throttle on. There we go. Oh, we had some form of encounter then. Interesting. Right, we run out of fuel there. Jettison. And fire our nuclear engines. Now these will burn for absolutely ages. Now we'll just see what kind of lineup we get. We're going to come around here, which makes me think we're probably going to miss Duna. I think we're going to come in too quick. And this is taking a long time, this burn here. This is not overly ideal the way we're doing this. Certainly in the attempt I did earlier on today as well, I came out quite nicely and we were pushing really along here with our first burn. But as I said, we came out that direction I pointed earlier from Kerbin to do that. Simply waiting just a couple of hours for the planet to rotate 180 degrees would have rectified all of this, funnily enough. But again, we're demonstrating your worst case scenario here, and this really is your worst case scenario. This is breaking off with, you know, pretty much in line with Kerbin, shooting away from it, and pulling an apoapsis almost entirely manually from a burn at your periapsis. Yes, very time consuming indeed. I hope you're enjoying this anyway. I mean, for me, this is boring as all hell watching this. I would much rather have been able to just have more power and do it quicker. Or be able to at least edit all this crap out for you so you don't have to see it. I don't have that ability though, so unedited crap it is for you. Again, this will really show you in real time how you do it yourself. And that's really the point of my videos, at least at this point until I can make them more polished and glamorous for you. Still pushing out. And those nuclear engines, I mean, they're just going to keep burning for ages. Let's have a little look at them, shall we? Now, I'm a bit different. Normally I would have had 3 separate rockets with separate fuel tanks to do all of this. This is a bit more modest, actually. I simply pulled a tri-adapter and whacked 3 of the engines on together. Now, look, it's still a triple design. You can definitely tell it's designed by me. I like 3s when it comes to my crafts. I just think they're well balanced. It's just the way I've been designing them since landing on the moon. It's always come down to that. And even having the 3 nuclear engines attached to this one central fuel tank, it still burns for a long period of time. As you can see, I mean, a quarter of the way for your fuel, and we've almost done this ungodly long burn. Makes you think this craft may have what it takes to get to Joule. Now we could brute force this all the way to Joule, I suppose. I don't know if the craft has that kind of burn inside it. It would certainly make for an over an hour long video though. Easily. That's right, I might set Duna as our target now. And we have an ascending node of 0.1. We will still adjust that, although that's small, just because Duna is so tiny in relation to Kerbin anyway. We don't want to sling it off again. What's this all Kerbin periapsis? Well, that means nothing. There we go. Now as you can see, our target's here. I'm going to be here, and the target will be there. So we're going to come in way too quick and miss Duna, but that's not a problem, because as you're probably aware, if we just continue burning, brute force, we'll begin slowing down on the outside, and Duna will be able to catch up to us. Yep. You can see that number is slowly coming down. Yes, this is what it's all about. Bringing numbers down to as low as possible. I'm not sure how we'll be able to get this number with just this initial burn here. Look, I'm not going to lie, I'm getting a bit more scientific in the approaches I've been doing this, so which will help you do this a bit more efficiently as well. I have a friend who's all about efficiency who plays this game. I guess he's the inspiration for me doing a lot of these videos as well. Not that efficiency is my forte. No explosions and triple rockets is my forte. And it's really coming down nicely. I honestly thought we'd be spending a lot more pointless time burning here, but I guess I underestimated what's involved. It's been a little while since I've been to Duna as well. 7, 6, 5, 4, 3. We should really get a form of periapsis soon. Sure, there. Was it? We have an encounter. At least, anyway. That's interesting because... Oh, of course, we're getting a... Stupid Kerbin. So what is interesting, we've actually been caught by the gravity of Kerbin again temporarily. There we go. We fixed that issue now. Now we have the proper periapsis here. It says 12 million. That's going to continue dropping if we burn. No, it's going up now. Alright, well. And our ascending node has gone way out. Alright then. Speaking of ascending node, let's go to there. So we'll move to our ascending node. And if I recall, was it the normal position or the anti-normal position you can actually move into to affect those nodes? Still can't remember. What does it mean by normal or anti-normal? I mean, to me, normal is your prograde position, direction you're going, but we'll see. 0.2, and that's 0.2, 0.1, yes. And if I head to my maneuver position from here, and it is indeed. That is the anti-normal. So we'll keep that noted for future videos and times. If you're ascending and descending nodes, you can correct them with normal and anti-normal. Now then, I was saying only 0.1 again. We'll wait till we actually get to our ascending node before we do this burn, shall we? And we're at our ascending node. We'll do this burn. And that will go to 0. No, right, it's going to 2. Well, that's not. We'll move to our normal position then. This is really interesting. Wow, we are being hugely affected here in this move around. We might not be able to bring this down to what we want. 0.1. 0? Is that our RCS alone doing that? Well, we apparently have completely killed our ascending node just using RCS. Apparently, anyway. Let's just have a little play, see what we can do with our maneuver here. I don't think 13 million's going to be appropriate. If we drop that down, it's going to go way up. Clear it off. We don't want to get too confused. What if we radial out a bit? It is 13.7 to... Where on earth is it? 4 million. Okay, no, that definitely looks appropriate. Radial... It is radial, I believe that position would be. Yes. Okay. And I'll just begin doing a little burn, shall we? Make sure we... No, that's going up. So, yes, I'll move a bit closer till we actually get into the radial out position. And... Is that going down? I'm fairly certain that is going down. Well, that is definitely going down, yes. Radial out it was. Now, how low will it go? I would expect it to begin going up eventually, shortly. I mean, you can never do... Yeah, we go, it's starting to go up now. So that's obviously all we can do with our radial trajectory. Let's try a bit of a prograde now position. See if that can tune it up a little bit as well. Damn, that RCS is really affecting that, and it's bringing it down too. Oh, no, that's gone way up. look, it's just getting a bit too temperamental at this point here. Let's move over all the way to our apoapsis, shall we? In fact, we've already... Let's unset Duna as a target. That is just frustrating the crap out of me now. Yeah, it just gives too many numbers everywhere, and honestly, I only bother with it to initially get your periapsis and to fix your ascending and descending nodes. Apart from all that, it's pointless. So I'm going to warp here. And this is probably going to be the most boring part of this video. I mean, it's just, you don't do anything, you're just watching coloured dots circling other dots. I mean, if numbers don't really mean anything to you, there's no interest in it. You can look at other stuff, and what on earth is that craft there? Eve 1. So I think that could be a piece left over from our last video when we went to Eve. Because that certainly wasn't there before in the orbits. Really? So it's going to be there forever then now? Well, that's unfortunate. Okay. We are now in our apoapsis, or it's close to anyway. We're going to do a couple of annoying manoeuvre things here. Now, if I actually knew in relation how we were missing it, I could tweak it a bit more accurately. I've got no clue, so I'm just going to click retrograde because the prograde wasn't doing anything for us before. My logic is undeniable, hopefully. Sadly, I mean, in space, there's a lot of directions you can go. And that immediately looked like it was going up to me. So, I'm going to have to use a horrible lab maneuver tool. Alright then, so what we have there? 11.9. If we drag it radial out, it's 12. If we drag it radial in, it's back to 12. If we this way, it's 12. If we go up, which we surely shouldn't have had to, also 12. 2.8. It's not moving. What is going on here? Surely we should get a different periapsis with this. No, it's not doing anything for us. I don't know why it's not changing our periapsis there, so I'm just going to wing it and burn in a couple of different directions here. And let's put stability assist on, and I'm just going to move to this direction here. Let's move to this target spot. What happens if I burn here? It goes down! Well, very slowly. What happens if I move around this way? Oh, it's starting to go back up now. Okay, now if I head back down this way, it is until we can find it going down again. I think that's going down. And if I continue moving this way, it's going down faster. That is my method. Well, actually, that's the old school method I used to do. I haven't actually done that for a while, but I had no clue here. I tested the main directions I normally travel. The travel we should have been going was radial in this whole time. So let's do that. Click radial in. And surely that will begin. No, it's immediately... What is going on here? That's going up again, was it not? It is, it's going up. 7 million. Why can we not get that closer? And I really want to do the burns here to fix that. I mean, 7 million and 14 million. 7 million and... 7 million and 9 million, that's no good. 7 million and 8. 7 million and 12, no. What about just up? 7 million and can't see. Well, see? It's because it disappeared. 7 million and a 20 million. 25. My god, this is frustrating. This is about your worst case scenario here. You just can't work out what direction is going on. 7 million and 31,000. Well, alright, let's just do that. 31,000, really? And the secret direction we wanted to go this whole time is normal. Normal. After all that, so let's get rid of this. So we should have gone normal, everybody, and normal would have done this. I mean, look, there's what, 7 or so. There's many different directions we can travel. I mean, I can't believe we forgot normal. I think we're going to crash into Duna now. Well, that's fantastic. Let's warp there and die. Again, we're all about absolutely catastrophic scenarios. Now, if we look at this, 2 years and 340 days, is that about what we were travelling for Eve, or was it 2 years and 370, or 1 year and 370? I think this is probably a similar amount of time. It's felt like an absolute buttload more of time, to be honest. I think it's just because it's more frustrating. Just couldn't get that number right. Couldn't think to choose normal for some reason. So frustrating. Alrighty. And we are approaching Duna's encounter. We're about to begin our encounter with Duna. You can even see it over there. What a tiny dot. And we have our encounter. Well, it's not really a encounter, as it is a crash course. And that's... oh, Ike. Now, always remember, if it's Ike or Gilly, that's the smallest one. I'm sure it's Gilly after we went to... we visited Eve before. I'm going to radial out now. Just wait till we get into our radial out position. These really made things so much simpler. I mean, my early days of Kerbal was really just blindly boosting around this globe here, trying to find the manoeuvre positions I was after. Alright, and then we have 2,000. Let's make this about 10 or 12,000 maybe? I think so. And we'll begin getting closer to it now. Whoa, that was... we're very close to it, aren't we now? Oh dear God. We need to immediately get into a retrograde position and have a massive burn if we can. And we need to fire our second stage if we can as well. We gotta kill this velocity off. Oh, this is not intentional in any way. We did not mean to absolutely boost that quick in then. Funnily enough, we're gaining control then. Now, I cannot tell you how many missions I've ruined by time warping way quicker than I was meant to. But you can see why I added the extra boosters here though now. Those nuclear engines would not kill the amount of velocity we have. We are going out of control. I'm going to turn that RCS off. And this is honestly quite beautiful. And that was so fast. I should do that more often. Definitely don't do that more often. Because we missed a really cool intro to the planet. And I really got too confident and time warped way too fast there. And oh dear, something blew up. I have no clue what blew up then. But all I know is I want to kill those engines in a moment. In fact, actually, we're at 12,000. What happens if I kill them now? We're just going to go blindly moving around? Welcome to Duna, everybody. That was really, really different. Again, I can tell you there's many... oh, well, that looks like a good spot to land there. Let's break off this last section when we lift up. Pyo! And... pyo! Alrighty. Now then, I'm hoping we'll slow down enough we'll be able to use our parachutes. I want to really just stay in this position here if I can. There we go, retrograde finally. So as I mentioned, I have killed many a mission by time warping into the surface of the moon or a planet before. And because you don't really have an atmosphere to cut out the time warp, you have a massive problem. Speaking of lack of problem though, is this a textbook landing or what? Oh, let's get these brakes on. How did we not have them on before? And there's bits flying everywhere of ablator and stuff, and we're going to land in the ice caps in an amazing section, quite softly, next to awesome rocks. And I'm fairly certain... yes! Now I did say I wanted to add extra parachutes for the Duna landing, but because I decided to go with those big retro rockets to slow us down initially, I decided not to. Possibly this could be a mistake. That's quite a fast speed to come into land. Oh dear. Well, hopefully we don't blow to shreds. Definitely another parachute for a second landing. I don't have any burners to slow us down. Here it comes! Oh god, this is gonna hurt! I'm gonna hit the rock! Oh! We bounced. Welcome to Duna, everybody. I've never landed on the ice caps before. Where the heck are we? That is beautiful. Absolutely beautiful. I mean, I keep saying that. We're in this big pit region here. But, more importantly, everyone, look at this, guys. Look at this. Oh. We're not moving too well here. Oh, there we go. Now we go. I think my wheels are all out of whack with what they're doing. And I can't seem to slow down. Now, I think that comes from these wheels are all doing different things, but I can put the brakes on and we'll slow down. And the good thing is, we can fix that. So, for example, if I turn this way, you can clearly see what on earth's going on the wheels? And if I push forwards, then these wheels here just don't seem to be moving. But you can change the direction of everything now. You can go normal, you can go reverse, which makes it... That does! Then we'll make him a... He's going the wrong way, so set him to reverse. Set him to reverse. And that one to reverse. I don't know which ways they're spinning anymore. But we can tweak this. The wheels are all pushing the wrong direction. Now we'll just go again and... Can anyone even see which way it's going? Well, it's only going in reverse that way. Oh, we can move and we can steer. We can fix the fine-tuning stuff later. Yeah, it does. It appears to be reverse, everything working for some reason. I don't really care because we have a working rover on Duna. Yes, we do. Actually, this is just a thought. Maybe it's the ice causing the problem with my control. I mean, that would make sense, wouldn't it? I mean, it's ice. It's slippery and it's got a huge incline there. Yeah, you can see the edge to the red just there. I swear that's almost... Oh... Is that journeyable? If we were... Look, it's within view, so we could honestly get there if we wanted to. It would take a bit of time. And oh, what was that? Flash of some sort. We're really starting to boost now. I don't want to blow my craft up by trying to turn too sharply at this point. I mean, 20 is pretty fast, and we appear to be getting faster. Alrighty, maybe I might turn the RCS on for a moment, just in case we start losing some control if we're going over this edge here. Hopefully we will die. I mean, hopefully we get over safely. Here it comes. We are bursting! I don't feel particularly safe going these speeds in this rover. If you've seen other videos of mine, rovers don't tend to be the fastest, most stable crafts out there. And that is, correct me if I'm wrong, that's 100 kilometers an hour at least we're travelling here. And it honestly feels like it looking at the way my terrain is struggling to render going past. About 7 frames per second I'm getting this clocked in at. What a horrible graphics card I have. And let's just slow ourselves down a tiny bit there. Doesn't appear to want to slow down much. I might actually put the brakes on a bit. Whoa! That started affecting us hugely, so I'll just turn those brakes off. And no, we're sliding. Brakes on. How's that? That was brilliant. And we slid, and there's no denying that. That was a considerable distance we actually just covered then. And let's... Look, we could get to the red section if we want, but we're not going to do that now, are we? We're going to just turn our lights off, make sure our brakes are still on, extend this ladder. Not that we really need to extend our ladder. And check our power, how much power we have. Oh, plenty of power still. And we'll get our little curve out here. And welcome to Duna. What's gravity like on Duna? You can tell we're doing a basic jump. So you can definitely tell there's low gravity here. I guess that explains why we're able to land at 20 meters per second. There's not really that much gravity to hurt us. Plant our new flag. We're going to begin spreading the new flag everywhere. It is a very basic flag. Duna Lucky, we'll call this. And, oh, caps lock. No, I'm not going to leave it in caps lock, that looks terrible. Duna Lucky. There we go. Yeah, be careful with time warp. And do a little surface sample here. We'll keep that. And we'll do an EVA report. That's worth 100% to transmit that one. Interesting. Going to run you through my flag. It is my Master Pack title, of course, with a planet. That's it. There is probably a couple more symbolic hidden meanings to it. But, yes. It's really quite basic. Well, the base appears to honestly, I've got here in one piece. I thought we were going to have an absolutely catastrophic death looking at what was going on before. But we didn't. We certainly didn't, that's for sure. And, oh, it doesn't like driving over our flag much. And I'm struggling to... That ice is so slippery, it's hard to handle. Look, at a later point I'll tweak out exactly how these wheels are all moving, things like that. Oh, you can affect the traction control and stuff like that. There's a lot of stuff you can tweak. It doesn't really matter so much. All I care about is the fact that I have a working rover on the surface of Duna with a Kerbal in it, and we are in a lovely, awesome ice cap. But we really landed in a very lucky spot when you think about it. Right on the sort of edge of the ice caps. Oh, can you see? No, you can't see Ike there. I think Ike might be... Is Ike tidally locked? I don't know. But, oh my god, the orbit's close. Look at the size of it compared to where we are. The edge of those ice caps are definitely a bit of distance, but it is something we could get to with this rover. In fact, I'm fairly certain if we start rolling this way, if we can just get a bit of velocity going already. Yes. And then just simply turn around with it coming down this hill. Yes. Yes. We begin accelerating again. There we are. And, oh, I didn't mean to hit that. We're actually travelling in reverse, so... Oh, that is... Yeah, that ice is definitely slippery. Look at that, the way we slid then. I really like that. That's cool how the ice is slippery in this game. I thought the surface would just behave as any normal Duna surface. It's a bit tricky using all the reverse controls. Maybe we could actually get it to go forwards instead. Now then. Now where are the... I'm sure we weren't meant to reverse those. So after we go forward now. We're actually going forwards now. Nice. So it turns out there was actually nothing wrong with the craft before. So those was there, I think, need to be reversed. Look, I think it's just the ice being absolutely weird for us. Because Whether I'm going forwards or backwards, it just wants to go this way and slide. Well, we're about to go down. Let's go down this hill, honestly. Look, we'll make this a little bit longer, this video. We'll do a bit of rover exploring, shall we? Seeing as, you know, we wanted to explore a tiny bit on Eve, and we weren't able to. So, oh, this looks downhill, this bit here. Oh yeah, we might be able to get some speed. In fact, we're already going reasonably fast. Oh, please don't slide too much. The fastest we've ever been out on a rover, and it just happens to be on ice. Getting some speed now. Let's watch our power. We don't want that to drop to 0, otherwise we're not going to be able to initiate any brakes. We're not using any power at all anymore, we're just sliding. And boosting. We'll see how we go. Oh, and whee! Airborne! We're definitely getting faster and faster. Now I can do one of two things here. We can slow down and survive, or we can just keep going and expect possible disaster from all these airborne maneuvers, and we're going to have to turn eventually, which is not going to go well. And there we go. Brakes. I actually think the ice is the secret to our success here. I think that's because we don't get the traction to actually flip around when disaster seems to happen. Because I'm really enjoying this. Look, we're just flying. I'm not even accelerating. Look, this is just gravity doing all this work for us. Oh, okay. No surprises why. Jesus, that's almost downhill the whole way there. Let's have a look at the idea of how long this would take. A little while. Oh, we're going to hit a rock. Oh. Well, I guess they're just for show, these rocks, and that really comes down to it. We can push ourselves a bit faster here. So what's that in kilometers per hour? I'm certain we're travelling at least over 100 kilometers per hour. I mean, in real life, that's very fast. Especially for a rover. Oh, we cleared that gap. We're definitely getting airborne. When we get... Oh dear, this looks sharp. Oh! Oh! We're still going and we're just getting faster and faster. We're gonna let it go. I mean, look how wide this thing is. You can definitely tell it's got a very good low centre of gravity. And it needs it. Oh dear, we're going to start losing control. I have to be so delicate with the steering. Not too much traction to slow us down so much. Oh dear, that's turned us. Whee! We just keep going. And we're forwards. We are facing forwards. So this was the intention. Something a little bit like this when we drive around. Oh god, what does that remind you of? Like Red Faction or something like that? Watching that scene? Oh, doesn't that bring back memories? Yeah, we are okay. We're just going for a drive down Duna, and what's that say? Don't forget. Well, I hope it wasn't saying anything about time warp, because that we certainly did forget. What's our velocity at this point? There we go, look, we can see our speed, we can actually get a good view from here. It's just a bit boring. More interesting here. Actually, I don't know if that's true. That was something quite entertaining out of the spot. Now, I'll throttle on a bit more, get a bit more speed. And I think we've really covered quite a bit of distance there. Travelling across the rocks, boosting across the land. And, oh, there we go, there's our flag. We have travelled 8 kilometres. Alrighty. Oh, bit of an angled jump. Gonna get some speed cranking, that's for sure. Let me know if this was just way over the top going for the rover drone. I mean, should we have edited the video when we landed? Or are you enjoying this drive as much as me? Might retract our snowplow. Luckily, though, I don't think that actually the game mechanics takes into consideration. Or does it? Are we getting faster now? No, I don't think so. Oh, boosting! Oh! Oh dear. Oh, we almost did a cool maneuver there. So whenever we seem to lose control, we spin out and then immediately come back. This is actually, I think the problem is I was just too impatient before I realised it actually is going forwards when I push it. And we're going to pick up speed again now. Unfortunately, I think that's all the downhill we have now, so let's do that section. That's quite... I really want to head here. I think that's the shortest distance we have. Which... I'm almost tempted to just like go for it now. I swear we're getting close enough we could actually get to the edge. Oh, we took a surface sample of the snow. Got everything we would have needed. Electric charge. Oh, actually, I don't think we'll have the electric charge to get there, to be honest. You can get an idea of the amount of ground you can cover with the electric charge on this. I mean, it helps when you're on downhill ice. 10.5 kilometers. Passing all these rocks. So many of these rocks. Now, here's the thing I don't know. Maybe someone will answer this for me. Are these rocks the same for everyone, or are they like, you know, procedurally generated, which seems to be the go of all this stuff now? Which you can understand why. I mean, I know they can't climb in there, but surely it's a bit taxing on memory and space if every single one of those rocks is identical. Or maybe they are. I think they have got the best contrast so far. From all the rocks we've seen on Mune, Minmus and Eve, I think this is the best landscape so far. I mean, I am really enjoying just driving around doing this. I genuinely am. I mean, this is thoroughly enjoyable. I'm not even doing anything except holding down a single keypad button. Yes, the view, and I feel like I'm taking you all with me for this journey. And this is a real journey we're going on. I mean, we've landed somewhere, we landed safe. It was unorthodox, to say the least. We overshot our time warp dramatically, and we seem to have lost those lights on this side again. Maybe they weren't ever there. Maybe I didn't build this symmetrically, this craft. If that's the case, that frustrates me more than our landing. I do like symmetry. Oh, I think we're going to be able to get some real good speed again here. Yes, yes we are. Might even get airborne. So this is quite a good craft. As you see, when it gets going, it handles absolutely shockingly. But you can push it at speeds faster than I've seen any rover of mine go before. It does jumps. And look, it can handle a decent speed as well. Definitely think we're taking a good approach to get to the edge. And, I'm sure we've done the majority of the distance now. It just feels like we're just another hill to go. Just another hill to go. It's never just another hill to go. If we can get this speed up to at least 50 or 60 meters per second, though, then we could probably get there quite quickly. Isn't this putting curiosity to shame? Imagine if they could do this. Albeit they were real. There you go, I didn't land in some giant inflatable balloon thing. And what's our view again? La da 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 dee. I don't know how well we'd handle doing this. But damn it, that's just such a fantastic view. Oh! Sorry, there I hit the wrong button. Wasted all of our speed for nothing. And did I just do a J-turn? I think I did. And we virtually killed all of our speed then, and we're eating almost all our charge just to get back. Okay, I'm going to pull our brakes on here, and we'll call this quits, shall we? At least for now. We'll extend our solar panels. We need to get some juice back. And like that, I think this is a good time to finally end our mission, because let's face it, I was just going to keep going and going and going, and this video would have ended up like 15 hours long. And look, it's still a decent section to go to the edge there. Considering you can see where we started though. If I had travelled the correct direction, we probably would have met the edge by now. We will definitely get to the red edge. In another video, we will load up from here. Definitely, we have to. And we'll visit our little rover again, which we shall call... let's rename the vessel. And it is definitely a rover. And during the rover test Mark 1, no, I think we should just call this V Mark 1. And there's a particular person out there who probably understand what that means. His name's Mark. Spoiler alert. Except, more importantly, it's going to make it easier finding it on my sort of space center thing. It's just cluttered with Kerbals all over the solar system and on the moon and stuff like that. Well, anyway, like always, until next time.